All right. We are back. This is week 19. We've been doing this. That's a lot of weeks. Not as long as our longest campaign, but one of the longest other system campaigns we've run, which is nice.
We've just got to go for another 3 years, and then we're good.
Exactly, yeah.
We'll almost have made it.
We'll transition this into really scuffed... a really scuffed campaign that's all the wrong levels after this, because we'll be starting at level 5 instead of 1 like most campaigns do, and then it'll be great. No, not planning on that. But we are here to play Pathfinder. It's been a week since we've, well, a couple weeks technically. We skipped a week, so it's been a couple weeks since we've all really thought about what's going on here, so I'll give a little bit more of a detailed recap here. In recent events, y'all have been investigating some random stuff around town. There's like a bunch of different occurrences that at first didn't seem connected, but they're starting to seem more and more connected as you're uncovering more details about them. First, there was a missing courier who was delivering a package to, through Galantine Deliveries here in town. But you wanted to investigate with all of the people who were expecting packages to see if, you know, anything anyone had ordered, anything anyone was expecting delivered was maybe valuable and could have attracted thieves, or maybe it was something dangerous, like a dangerous parcel that couldn't be disturbed in transit, things like that. You weren't exactly sure, and Ilaria didn't know what was in any of the packages. You would have to go and actually ask the individuals who were receiving them. So you did, and nothing seemed out of the ordinary. One in particular, Mr. Clort, had no idea what was in his package. It was a gift sent from a friend, and so you thought that was kind of suspicious, but you figured that's fine. You'd figured it out when you would find the courier, hopefully. The others were a parcel of healing herbs and a set of spicy peppers. Nothing dangerous, nothing too valuable, pretty ordinary goods. So you figured maybe there could be something weird with the mystery gift, but probably not. And so you set off down the road, and you uncovered a hellhound trying to burn down a farm. You dispatched it, continued your travels, and found the poor, unfortunate courier turned to stone and smashed to pieces by a nearby basilisk. You dealt with some local kobolds who had picked the statue for all the goodies it had in its satchel, and got all of the goods back. You got revenge, you killed the basilisk, and you delivered all of the parcels. You've been offered a couple of extra jobs while speaking to everyone around town. You've been offered a job to go and find some specific mushrooms that grow in a location up to the north, and you've gotten a job to keep watch over the flumes to the north as well, to do a stakeout because somebody's been trying to set fire to them. There's been some places that have been scorched, and a few places that are broken and needed repairs over time, but no large enough fire to cause serious damage to the flume has been set yet. Somebody's up to mischief and clearly repeatedly attempting to set the flume on fire. And the flume is very important. It powers the biggest economic force in Otari, the lumber mill, which if that went down, it would mean hell for the town. So that is something important to defend. And that is where you all have been sent tonight. I believe it was the end of the day that we set it up previously, unless anyone else remembers something different. I think you all waited until the end of the day, got extra supplies and stuff, and then decided to head out for the stakeout. Is that correct?
Yeah, we were talking to farmers and getting information.
Right. Yeah, you spent some more extra time around town gathering information until it was night, so you could, quietly head up and make camp where you could stake out the flume. All right, so we'll say at this point then, let's pull up the Otari map. Right. We'll say at this point then, you all are headed up and out of town. Is there any particular way you want to go about this? Do you want to follow the flume north? I believe I believe Clort Hengis gave you a location that he suspected somewhere in the area. Like all the fires were set in, like a certain radius. There's a circle he drew on your map. Like everything was within this circle. So do you all want to head straight there? Do you want to be particularly stealthy or perceptive while you travel? What's the vibe?
I'm really not good at stealthy, but if you guys want to try it, we can.
I'm the sneakiest.
I'm much better at being perceptive than I am at being sneaky.
I will be sneaky.
All right, so perhaps Ogden will sneak ahead of the group a little bit, or sneak behind or something, so that you can potentially ambush somebody if, or get away if somebody ambushes your party or whatever. You've got options there. It sounds like Jib is sneaking as well.
Yes.
All right, so the two of you will sneak around with the party, and Ashay and Aella, it sounds like, will do some scouting while you walk, keeping an eye on the bushes and things, and making sure nothing jumps out at you in the dark.
Should this be a secret stealth roll?
It should indeed.
And secret perception?
Yeah, secret perception, although I offered it last time, and I'll offer it again this time. For cases like this, if you want to use nature or something instead of perception, I'd allow it if you're like looking for like natural disturbances, like, watching for, oh wow, there's very few birds in the area. I bet they all got scared off by something. That kind of signs of something being in the area. That's also valid.
I will do nature then, even though the modifier is the same.
Fair enough. They could flavor the results differently.
Mm-hmm. Blind. There we go.
Thank you. So you all travel north, up and out of town. There's a road right up here. I'm in the wrong menu to ping. There we go. Road right up here that heads along the flume pretty much. So you all will take that road and find your way to the flume. You do eventually cross under the flume to get on the other side of it. The circle is all on the other side of the flume pretty much. And you find a spot to lay down and keep watch. Nothing jumps out at you while you're traveling. It appears to be a pretty quiet night. It's kind of dark out. The moon is quite dim. It's not quite a new moon, but it's not reflecting a ton of light down at you. Perhaps it's a little bit cloudy as well. And so you all have excellent cover of night as you try to sneak in and find a spot to rest. What is the plan for your camping, your reconnaissance, your scouting of this area? Are you all going to set up a camp? Are you going to, not make a campfire because that would be too obvious? Like, what's the vibe for placing yourselves in a useful spot for catching somebody approaching the flume?
Did we think that far ahead? I don't think we thought that far ahead.
I mean, if the answer is simply you all get to a spot near the flume and just sit your asses down, maybe set up a watch and rotate sleep, that's fine. I just want to know like what the plan. It doesn't have to be complicated.
I mean, what is the night looking like? Is it a really dark night, or is there pretty
Yes.
good moonlight?
It's not a new moon, but it's pretty close, and it's also a little bit cloudy, so it's a pretty dark night.
Question.
Yes.
Since I'm pretty sure we haven't really done combat since our last rest. What are the consequences of staying up all night?
This is a good question. I'm not certain off the top of my head. We should look into this. You become fatigued is the answer, is a condition.
Like in the middle of the night, the next morning?
If a character goes more than 16 hours without going to sleep, they become fatigued. Which is a -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws. You cannot use exploration activities while traveling, so things like searching or sneaking. But you recover fatigue after a full night's rest. So I guess, very technically speaking, if you were to stay up 16 hours after you woke up in the morning, you would become fatigued until you went to sleep. So if you even stay up a little bit late, then you would be fatigued for those late hours, for example. I believe that is accurate to the mechanics.
So, when stakeout was suggested, the vibe I got was like we'd find a bush and sit in the bush and wait. So, I don't know if anyone has any better ideas, but...
Well, let's see. When we normally do resting, we have to sleep for at least 8 hours. Right?
Yes, I believe so.
So we've got about 4 hours of wiggle room past our normal bedtimes.
I mean, we can set up a normal rotating watch. I won't be all that good tonight, just with how dark it is, but if someone is starting to set fires, I'll clearly see it.
So there's a chart in the rulebook. With a party of 4, a full night's rest would take 10 hours and 40 minutes, with a single person on watch for 2 hours and 40 minutes each, rotating.
Okay. I think we spent last night in a hotel or
Yes.
apartment.
Yeah, you all... that's correct. Yeah, since you didn't want to make the trip all the way back to your new home, you spent a night at the Rowdy Rockfish once again. Which is the quiet bar, despite the name. So you've all been fully rested. So you all could stay up. Let's see. I don't know what time we said you woke up, so we could eyeball it. Let's say you all got ready in the morning at like 8 a.m. Let's just put a nice even 8 a.m. So you could stay up until midnight, essentially. Start your watch from there, without getting into fatigue. I think that's accurate.
I'd say let's do that, because if somebody's coming early in the night, it's better to have all of us awake.
I like that plan.
Works for me.
So I guess we all do stealthy watching. I don't know how that works. If you
Yeah.
want to like, find a hiding spot and then like just hunker down and
I like that. I think when you have a lot of time like this and you can all kind of help each other, I think is anyone an expert at stealth? Because you could do a follow the expert type thing, maybe?
I am.
Okay, so you could maybe follow the expert. I don't remember the exact rules for that, but I think it gives you a bonus to stealth. It essentially it boosts your proficiency bonus by 2, I think.
You do only one roll, but it uses the lowest modifier.
Yeah. Oh, this is not helpful. Follow the expert. There we go. Okay, choose an ally attempting a recurring skill check while exploring, such as climbing, sneaking. The ally must be at least an expert in that skill and be willing to provide assistance. While following the expert, you match their tactic. Even if you're untrained, you gain a circumstance bonus to your skill check based on your ally's proficiency. +2 for expert, +3 for master, and so on. So unless you have a separate feat, Ogden, that augments follow the expert, which I think was something you had when we were playing one-shots. I don't know if Ogden picked that feat up or not, but there was like a stealthy allies feat or something like that.
Yeah, I was looking into it, and it didn't really seem to actually do that much.
That's fair. So potentially then everyone could roll stealth with a circumstance bonus of +2, except for Ogden. If you want to hide yourselves well, like using essentially Ogden's proficiency in stealth, and then we could do perception checks from there or something. Or this could be like the stealth check to hide your camp, basically, like as a whole, instead of, you know, individually sneaking around, because, you know, that's less what's important here. So stealth checks all around, +2 circumstance bonus for everyone but Ogden.
Okay.
Are these secret, or do we know?
Secret, yes.
Blind. Plus
Oh.
Excuse me.
Crap, I forgot to do the +2.
I can just add that in my head. All right. Good stuff, good stuff.
I did it right. I'm not certain.
Key smash +2, true. Excellent.
I did my best.
How do you type the key smash? Just press anything. 7. All right. So you all feel pretty stealthy, the usual. You find, yeah, perhaps a nice patch of bushes that you can kind of tuck your bedrolls in behind. You know, a gap in between some bushes that is large enough to fit all your bedrolls, but still would conceal you decently. And it's a dark enough night that if you feel like somebody would kind of have to stumble over you to find you anyways. Unless anyone has a really, really brightly colored bedroll. I think you're fine. So you're good to go there. Or at least you feel like you're pretty good to go there. And so you wait and you watch. And yeah, hours are passing. Do any of you get up and do anything, have any conversation before midnight hits?
Do we need to make perception rolls for that?
Sure. Why not just make some perception rolls.
Perception.
Come out there. Nice. Do you wait and watch in silence? Are you no conversations?
I mean, we don't want to give away our position, do we?
That's fair.
Yeah, I think as quiet as we can keep ourselves.
How quiet does Jib keep himself?
As quiet as he can.
Excellent. Okay.
As quiet as his stomach can be.
Oh, okay, that's very fair. I guess
Yeah.
Jib is pretty stealthy, so he's got to manage that somehow.
Jib's got to be used to hunting on his own.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. All right. So midnight arrives, and you're all starting to get pretty tired. Represented potentially by the fatigued condition if you don't go to bed imminently. So if we're headed to bed and starting a watch, keep in mind that if you're not on watch, unless you have armor that's designed to be slept in, you usually don't wear your armor to bed. I think we've gone over that before. Things like that. So who's going to take first watch? Oh, I mean, actually, I'm sorry. This is one of those things, again, where I just roll for it, because we just make it easy that way. Although I guess timing could be good. What's the order of watches? Let's just set that up in advance. So Ayla first.
Let's see, who among us has dark vision?
I do not know.
I do. I believe
Alright.
it.
So, yeah, I guess Ayla first, and then. Wait, it looks like Ogden and I both have low light vision.
Low light, but it's dark right now, so I will not
Yeah.
be able to see.
True, and neither will. So I guess it doesn't really matter the order.
I would say I would probably be one of the last people to go to sleep, or one of the last people to do the watch, because taking my armor off and putting it back on for a watch to go back to sleep doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
So whether I'm the first person to watch or the last person,
I'll do second watch.
Okay.
so Jordan, roll a 1 or a 2 for if I'm first or last.
Well, Ayla wanted to be first, unless you want to convince Ayla otherwise.
I can go not first.
No, it's okay.
Okay. So we got Ayla, Ashay, and then
Jib in the middle, and then Ogden, I guess.
Okay, Jib in the middle and Ogden last. All right. Right. So, Ayla, you're up. You're on your watch.
I can't see.
You can't see, it's dark, so you're just listening, really. You listen for an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's dark, it's quiet, you're tired. It is 2 a.m. at this point, and you have not been. You need sleep. You've been awake all day. You've been traveling. You've been walking around. 2.5 hours pass. Your watch is almost up. Nothing has happened. It's extremely boring out here, and for the last several hours since you've been here, it's been extremely boring because no one's been talking even before bed. But your watch passes uneventfully. You wake Shay up. I guess the Shay doesn't really have any special armor to don, right? So you could just switch watches immediately.
I have leather armor.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's pretty quick though. Yeah, you probably put on your armor for the watch just because you can.
Yeah.
Otherwise, get
And
yourself
I get
up.
to add my Whisper Elf bonus to whatever perception check you're using.
Absolutely, you do. That's true. And you've had a nice nap at this point, and you know it's annoying to be woken up when you're in such dire need of sleep. But you know it's your turn. It's time to be up. It's like 2, 3 a.m. at this point. It's dark. It's kind of cold out here, honestly. But you keep watch. And you hear a twig snap nearby. Something heavy stepped on it. Too loud to be just a small creature walking around. You start to smell smoke a little bit. Just a smoke and like a little bit of sulfur almost. The same kind of smell you smelt back at the farm.
Do I see any hint of where the light's coming from? Because in the pitch black, any flame would stand out, right?
You don't see any flame yet, but you do, like, you heard something. Perhaps it's still obscured from your vision, and you can smell that, like, little bit of sulfur and smoke smell.
I am going to punch Jib and then Ogden in the shoulder and then shake Ayla awake. What? And then I'll whisper, like, right in their ear, "Can you smell the sulfur?"
Can
Can
I?
I smell the sulfur?
I think once it's pointed out to you, yeah, you can pick it up. Like you didn't smell it immediately upon waking up, but now that you stop and like think about what you're smelling for a second, you're like, yeah, I think I do detect a faint hint of it.
It's stinky.
Do
I
I
would-
hear any more sounds?
Not any more like loud sounds like that, but you definitely know something is nearby, and it's a very familiar smell of the hellhound you smelled before. You're not sure like a pinpointed location yet, but something's nearby. It'd be good to ready yourselves.
I'm gonna grab my book.
How long does it take to put on armor?
I think it depends on the armor. It's probably listed on the armor itself.
It is not.
Um,
And I went in and I hit the search button and scrolled down to studded leather armor, looked in details, and it's not there either.
I will enter my gorilla stance.
Excellent. I don't think it would take you too long for leather armor. We'll just waive it for now. All right. So you all get combat ready, put on some armor, pull out your weapons, whatever, and get ready to move. You know that whatever is out there, if it is here to set fire to the flume, it's probably going to be headed towards the flume, so you organize your movements slowly in that direction, trying not to cross paths with whatever's out there, but, you know, trying to make sure it doesn't get to the flume too far ahead of you. Eventually, you do catch sight of it. A lumbering creature, humanoid, is standing over two hellhounds. Kind of, you can see its silhouette in their light that they're shining off of them. They're not like incredibly bright. They're kind of more like a burning embers kind of vibe than like active flame. But there's enough just faint orange glow that you can see the silhouette of this creature, and it's got a pretty big frame, pretty long limbs, too big to be a human or an elf or anything like that. It's got weapons all over its back, various different things. You see like what looks to be some javelins are pretty prominently sticking out across diagonally across its back, things like that. As you get a closer look, you sneak up a little bit farther. These three creatures, this humanoid and these two hellhounds, don't appear to be super attentive. They don't appear to be looking around very much. They're just kind of sneaking up towards the flume and watching out for anyone that might catch them at the flume. They're not looking behind them. And so you're easily able to sneak up behind them and keep watching them as they approach the flume. They step out into the clearing and you sneak up a little closer. You can see that the humanoid creature is a bugbear. Quite a large one. And he's definitely covered in all sorts of different weapons. He's got javelins and swords and a pretty impressive figure. Wearing armor, he's clearly prepared for a fight.
Do I know if bugbears can summon hellhounds?
The bugbears are, an intelligent race. They, I mean,
Okay.
just the same as any other. Yeah, anyone else could. You don't think? I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. I don't think you would know that bugbears have any innate
Oh, so they're not
ability.
like owlbears.
Oh no, sorry. Bugbears are like big, tall goblins. They're like big.
Oh,
Yeah, like here, I can actually.
so not cute bear shaped.
No, here's a bugbear.
Oh, okay.
Is like a big, tall, more humanoid goblin. Big guy.
Thank you for the clarification.
That's a very fair question. I kind of took it for granted because I do know about bugbears, but not everyone does. That's fair.
And we do know what one hellhound can do to us.
Yes, and there are 2 of them here. So, do you all want to jump out and intercept these guys before they make it all the way to the flume? Do you want to let them get ahead of you a little bit? What's the plan here? You've got the initiative.
Can I flip through my spellbook until I land on the page that has my scroll of Horizon Thundersphere?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Just doing that for now.
Yep, just get that pre-interact that scroll out and ready.
I think my gut instinct would be to stop them before they can set the flume on fire, because any sort of fire out of control becomes another problem.
Makes a lot of sense to me. So do you want to jump out and get their attention, when they're not too far from, when they're not too close to the flume, rather?
Yeah, if we could ambush them,
Okay.
that would be awesome. I don't know if that's doable.
I do think, unfortunately, Ayla is fatigued due to the way the watch ended up still. So I'll add that to Ayla. But yes, if you all want to try and sneak up, that's a possibility. Right now, I could use some perception checks for initiative, right? But if you want to sneak up on them and ambush them, everyone would probably have to roll stealth.
How far away do we think they are?
From you or from the flume?
From us.
Well, how close do you want to be? Right now, they don't appear to be looking behind them at themselves at all. They're right now you're probably a good 40 feet or more behind them.
Okay.
Oh, I would definitely be closer.
Yeah, if you want to sneak up, give me some stealth.
Okay, and I will use my terrain stalker underbrush.
And Ashay,
Not sneaking.
I'm going to...
I would want to be within 30 feet.
Yes, I'm just stowing your torch for you, because you probably don't actually have that out. There we go. You want to be within 30 feet. Sorry, let's get on the list. Ogden, you want to sneak up?
Yep.
Okay, Ashay, if you want to sneak up a little bit, then if you could give me a stealth as well.
If we're how far away from them right now?
40 feet or greater.
Okay. In that case, I would stop at the 40 foot because I am horrible at sneaking.
Okay, understandable.
And I would not want to ruin the element of surprise for my friends.
As long as you're within 30 feet of me, I can grant some extra movement on my first round.
How close are you getting, Ayla?
No, I'm not sneaky, so I don't want to move any closer.
Okay, so you'll stay back with Ashay. Ogden wants to move closer. Jib, do you want to move closer?
I do.
Alright, and are you sending Nocti up ahead, Ayla, or are you keeping Nocti with you?
Is Nocti sneaky?
Question.
That's not something I thought about. Hold on, let me find Nocti.
Cats are pretty sneaky. Nocti is trained in stealth.
I'll have Nocti sneak. Nocti
All right.
likes sneaking.
So if I could get perception checks from Ashay and Ayla, and here, actually, before you do, let me activate the map. Because now we can better position everyone around and stuff, and your rolls will actually go into the initiative. Yeah, go ahead and give me perception checks for Ashay and Ayla, and stealth checks for the other three. Although I guess Nocti doesn't get her own initiative, so just give me a stealth check to see if Nocti gets spotted earlier, I guess.
I believe I don't have to do a stealth check. While undetected by all non-allies in the type of terrain which is underbrush, you can sneak without attempting a stealth check as long as you move no more than 5 feet and do not move within 10 feet of an enemy.
I see. So you can definitely make it up closer then. So you can move up not within 10 feet of them. That's fair. But you still probably want to roll stealth for initiative.
Okay, yeah. So, stealth initiative.
All right. So that's fine if it's for initiative. It doesn't have to be secret.
Oh,
All
too
right.
late.
I mean, that's fine. It works out either way. When you roll it as an initiative check, it just goes into the initiative tracker anyway. So, you know, it's not like it being secret really hides it for you for that long. Who am I missing? Oh, I didn't add a Shay to the tracker. There we go. Perception, thank you. Right? All right. Finally. Begin the encounter. So, Ayala, you're actually up first. Ogden has gotten closer in position. Snuck up into position. Jib, unfortunately, did not roll super well on your stealth check, so initiative begins before you get too close, but you're still closer than Ashay and Ayala. So, Ayala, how do you start it?
I can't remember. Does it take an action to hold your turn? Or delay, rather?
Nope, it's a free action.
Okay. I would like to delay until Ogden acts.
All right, we'll put you after Ogden. Ashay, it's your turn. Oops, it kind of went backwards. There we go.
Ogden is closest.
Yes.
So how does this work? If I make an attack, does that doesn't break Ogden's stealth, right? He can still do sneak attack things?
It depends on the wording of Ogden's features, but I believe since he rolled stealth for initiative, he's fine. Question mark?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I spring into combat faster than foes can react. On the first round of combat, if you use stealth or deception, creatures that haven't acted are off guard to you.
Yep, so you're fine. You're fine to act before Ogden.
Okay.
Also, I did put away your torch for lighting purposes, but it would be an action to take it back out, because I assumed you were sneaking without the torch.
Yeah.
If you want the light, it's there.
I can't see.
I can tell roughly where they are.
Yes, you can kind of hear their positions and stuff.
Alright. Let's see.
Yep, can actually just see, apparently. That's cool.
Yeah. He just came out. If he rolled shitty stealth, he just came out screaming.
Perfect.
My stride is 35 feet, right?
Let me check.
Let's
I mean, that makes sense to me.
30.
30, yes. Yes, there it is.
Okay.
One of the very few nitpicks I have with this system on Foundry is the monster stat blocks and the player stat blocks work completely differently with where everything is. So I keep on looking in the monster stat block places on player sheets and vice versa. I'm like, it's in the bottom left corner on monsters, but it's where is it on players? I need to look through all the tabs, yeah, things like that. That's all right. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't do what I wanted to because I set myself too far, but also I would have ruined sneak.
You could hear me out. Hear me out. If you want to be 15 feet closer, you can delay your turn until after mine because I'm gonna 4 winds and let us all move half our movement speed.
Yeah. I mean,
True.
I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, I'll delay my turn until after Ayla.
All right, we'll let Ogden go. We'll put Ashay after Ayla. Ogden, you are the sneaky fighter. What are you doing?
So do we know, did you say it was a bugbear in the middle and 2 hellhounds on either side?
Yes.
Okay.
Why is
And-
Donkey injured?
Since I cannot see, do I have penalties to attack right now?
Yeah, I believe they are. I believe they are obscured to you because dim light conceals. Obscured. Is that right? Oops. Hold on. 1 second.
Or did you say the hellhounds are giving off little embers right now, and that could be considered low light vision?
It's a good question. I did describe them as having embers. Normally, mechanically, it doesn't say anything about that, but I'll give that to you, because I did say that. So let me actually, very quickly, draw up little, these should be 5 feet dim, 0 feet bright lights. That should give you some little bits of vision around them. How's that look?
That looks good.
Alright.
Alright, ooh. To another creature you choose within 30 feet. So does off guard do anything special against my spark blade activation? Because it's a DC 19 basic reflex.
Off guard, I think is only armor class. Yes, only armor class.
Okay. Well, they're all gonna move. Our team
You
gets
could-
to go.
You got 3 actions. You can do that and other stuff.
I'm gonna move. Jump out right next to this hellhound, and I'm gonna target it and attack.
All right. So it is off guard to this attack.
And I will use Smoking Sword for the first one.
Ooh,
Critical hit.
that is indeed a critical hit. I believe thanks to the off guard. If it was not off guard, that would not be a crit.
And there's 22 damage.
Boom.
And then second attack against it is a hit for 8.
Excellent. And so you run up to this thing, just take a couple swipes at it. Like as you start to run, the bugbear like spins around, and he's obviously noticed you, and the hellhounds are starting to turn around as well. But you very swiftly stab this hellhound twice before it's quite able to get combat ready. Ayla, it is now your turn.
All right. First action, I want to make it a little bit breezy, because that's my whole thing. Actions, channel elements, use, apply. Second action, and I might have to argue a little bit for its validity. I would like to 4 wins, and I believe I can target myself and Ashay with it. So we get to move half of our movement.
Yes.
And then I get to move half of my movement again. And then I can command Nocti to move without using an action, right?
I think you can give Nocti like verbal commands, but Nocti doesn't get action actions. So I think yes. I'm not actually sure on that. I think that's the whole mature companion thing, is they get like an action if you don't give them commands. I don't think Nocti's a mature companion yet.
Okay, so Nocti can't move. Then.
Yeah, because there's no free movement, right? You have to take actions, and you grant them actions with a command. I'm just working through the rules in my head here. So I don't think Nocti can move. I could be wrong on that. We should look that up. But
I will go here instead. Oops.
All right. And so if that's your turn, Ashay can go ahead and take their turn.
All right. So first action, I'm going to stride. I am going to get right up in their faces and cast Bane.
Oh yeah. All right, so
Oh wait, is the emanation? The emanation means it comes from me, correct?
Yes. Yeah, so it gets all of them. Yep. So they need a will save. Yes. Will save. Boom. Bip, bip, bip. One success by the top Hellhound and the other two failed. So let's see. As long as they're in the area. Okay, interesting. Oh, and you can, okay, wow, that's a cool spell. All right, so they are going to get the effect because they are in the area. I think that's right. Yes, okay. So that's your turn. Hellhound number 1 sees an Ashay delivered to it, so it's just gonna attack immediately. Actually, it's gonna move to flank. And hold on, let me move the scuffed light with it. There we go. So it is now flanking Ashay. That targeting. It's going to do a jaw attack against you. Actually, it is going to do a breath weapon attack against you. Because it's going to try and aim it to get Ogden in the blast as well. Yes, I believe it can do... Oh, you know what? It just barely cannot get Ogden in the blast. It tried its best, though, so it's only going to get Ashay in the blast. So, Ashay, can you give me a reflex save?
Is that public or blind?
Public. Do you know if you dodged or not? That is a failure, so you take full damage. 13 points of fire damage. And then it will attempt to bite you. Yes. A hit thanks to flanking. Otherwise it would not have been a hit. What are all these bonuses? Okay, no, it's just different types of damage. Okay. 13 total damage of piercing, spirit, and fire if you need any of those broken down. For resistances.
I have resistance to physical 1.
Resistance to physical 1. Okay, so you can take 1 off that.
Alright, and poison 5, but I don't think that does anything right now.
Is it non-magical physical, or is it just all...
It just says physical 1.
That is
I don't know how
true.
I got it.
Fair enough, we'll just say it counts. Cool. So, that's its turn.
Alright, I'm looking pretty rough.
Yeah, you are a bit injured there. Hellhound number 2.
Was that 13 damage twice for each attack?
Yes.
Yes. One of them was pure fire damage. One of them had a little physical in it, so Shay resisted the physical a tiny bit. Other Hellhound is going to chomp at Ogden because Ogden is there and Ogden stabbed it quite badly.
So what does Bane do to it?
It has a penalty to its attack rolls, a -1.
Heck yeah.
It is going to first off use its breath weapon because it has it charged up. It can only hit Ogden with it, so it'll do that. Ogden, give me a reflex save, please. Alright, that is a pass, but not a critical success. So you take half damage. You're going to take 6 points of fire damage. That's already halved. Go ahead and apply that, and then it will chomp. That's a miss. It will chomp with a multi-attack penalty, also a miss. So it missed all its attacks, but it did breathe some fire on you. And then it is the Bugbear's turn. Bugbear. I hate to say it, Ashay, but you are right in the Bugbear's face.
Fair enough. I had to get close to do Bane.
Yeah, that's true. It's just the unfortunate timing of turns. He is going to attempt to grapple you. He's going to reach out a hand to grab you by like the collar, basically. So he rolls athletics versus your fortitude DC, I believe is accurate. With the attack trait. So this will affect his multi-attack penalty. That's a 17 versus your fortitude.
Where do I find... Is that under proficiencies?
It is 10 plus your fortitude save.
Okay, +4.
So 14. So he rolled a 17, which is higher than your fortitude DC. So you are... You're grappled. Where is that in the list? This is alphabetical. It should be way easier to find than this, but I can never remember if it's alphabetical, vertical, or horizontal. There we go. Grabbed. You're grabbed. He's then going to attempt to hit you with he hasn't drawn weapons yet, I guess, so he can't use his longsword, but he is going to just punch you with his other hand, doing a fist strike at a multi-attack penalty. That is a 24, even including the penalty.
And including Bane?
Yes. So
That hits.
he is going to activate his Mauler trait for having you grappled. Roll damage. There's 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
I am unconscious.
F in chat.
I think that means I'm dying one and wounded one.
I think the wounded one will happen once the dying goes away. But yes, effectively. Cool. He punches you and you just fall unconscious. I think then he is going to drop you, so you're no longer grabbed. Which is a free action to drop. And then he's going to see that Ogden is burning from that... Actually, you know what? No. His personality says Ogden is the big, tall warrior that approached them, so he is going to move down here to get in a flanking position against Ogden. Now it is Jib's turn.
Heck.
Okay. I am going to flurry of blows.
Excellent.
I assume a 25 hits.
Yes, that is a hit. Not a crit, but it is a hit. I'm also just realizing. Okay. This other Hellhound in the Bane field is not baned. It did pass. Okay. Double checking. Miss on the actually due to flanking, that's a hit. Oh wait, no, Ashe is not flanking. Ashe is passed out, so that is miss.
Oh, she's passed out. Crap. Okay.
Yeah. Ashe got Yakuza'd.
In that case, I would have tried to grapple before this flurry of blows. I know that's kind of.
I'll allow it.
Yeah,
That's
that
fine.
I think that would have changed things too much because then the first one would have been a second.
Oh, true. Yeah, it would have been a penalty. You're right. Yeah, so that's fine. So you still have one extra action, I believe, but you have one hit. And the damage I will apply. There we go.
I do have one more action. I am simply going to try and attack again.
All right.
No.
Good try. Ogden, you're up.
All right. Ugh. Well, I guess since I'm flanked, there's one person here that's low.
True.
And it is this Hellhound that I'm going to attempt to kill, so I'm not flanked anymore. That's a 24 to hit
That's a
for
hit.
12 damage.
Boom. It is still standing.
Well, I'm going to attack it again with an exacting strike. That is a miss. And then third attack. That is a critical miss.
That is a
I am
critical miss.
flanked and I'm about to die.
Ayla's turn.
All right. Okay. First action, I'll move.
Wait, why did my initiative go down?
When you fall unconscious, you get moved in the initiative order to just before the thing that hit you last.
Oh, okay.
Which is to prevent situations where you go down and then it's that person's turn like again immediately, and then they just insta kill you again. Like there's some situations it's meant to defend against.
I'll use my second action to use my free hand and draw my Wand of Heal.
All right.
And then I'll use my third action to command Nocti. What's the button to break up a movement action? Like when you're dragging the ruler? I
Control.
want to make sure.
I think.
Control.
Like if you hold control and then click. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll command Nocti. Nocti will stride. And then Nocti wants to bite the angry dog.
Go for it, Nocti.
Does Nocti also get fatigued if I'm fatigued?
Nocti probably slept during your watch, unless you say otherwise.
Nocti does like sleeping.
Yeah, cat nap.
Sleeping isn't enough, but...
So close to a hit. So close.
And that is all three of my actions.
All right. Hellhound number 1 will go. He is going to stride. I don't know if that triggers a reaction from Jib. He's going to do it.
It doesn't.
All right. And then he's going to actually put himself here and then take a chomp at Nocti.
That's rude.
Nocti was in an easily flankable position. These things know teamwork. It's a 25 to hit Nocti.
Yep, that'll hit.
All right.
Excuse me.
10 points of damage total. Does Nocti have any resistances to worry about?
No.
So 10 points of damage total. And then its breath weapon was not recharged yet. So it will make a multi-attack penalty strike. 19 to hit Nocti.
That'll hit.
For 9 points of damage.
Okay. Ow.
And then other Hellhound goes, which is near death, but it will attack Ogden, who's flanked. It cannot use its breath weapon. It will strike. Chomp. That is one off of a crit against Ogden, but did not crit. It rolled a 29. Oh my god. But it rolled max damage, even though it wasn't a crit. That is 22 points of damage, Ogden.
I hate to say this, but I am flanked, so that puts my AC down to 19, right?
Yes. Your AC would go down to 18, actually, so that would be a crit. Good point. So, unfortunately, Ogden, that is 44 points of damage.
Oh,
I
I
just
hate
be
when
unconscious.
people make points.
TPK! TPK!
I don't like this. This isn't looking so good.
This Hellhound will turn around and bite Nocti, I guess. Multi-attack penalty.
No.
Oops. That was a 26 to hit against Nocti, which I believe is a hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
For 8 points of damage.
Nocti is asleep.
Night, Nocti. And then Hellhound will run up to flank Aella, losing the Bane effect. But it does not get another attack because it moved. Ashay! I believe you roll a flat check, essentially a death save. See if you're down your value
recovery check?
cases. Recovery check. Yes, thank you. You reduce your dying value by 1. You're simply unconscious. And I guess wounded, probably. Alright. But Eshe is at least stabilized, so that's good. Bugbear time. Jib, you're in gorilla stance, right?
I am.
Alright, Bugbear is going to rush up to you then. You are the biggest on the field. And he will attempt to grapple you first, I think. Yes. So your fortitude DC is what?
My fortitude, is that just like what my plus is?
Yeah, 10 plus your DC, yeah, modifier.
Oh, it's 10 plus my modifier, so that would be 20.
20. Okay, you rolled a 26 on athletics, so you are grabbed. Oh, I just realized I forgot. Move the lights around with the wolves. Lamau. There we go. So you are grabbed, and then he still hasn't pulled out a sword because he's just had too many opportunities for other things. So he's just gonna hit you with his fist once again. This does take a multi-attack penalty because grapple is an attack action. I keep on targeting Ogden. I apologize. 24 to hit against Jim.
That will hit.
Oh, not a crit. Okay. 8 points of damage. That was a low roll, sadly. That was minimum damage. But your turn, Jib.
Okay. I am going to attempt to grab him.
Ooh, the reversal.
It's like when players in Smash are just like standing there shielding at each other waiting for one of them to grab.
Yes.
Actually, no, that would be an expert, so I would have an additional plus to that.
Yeah, it should be your athletics check, whatever that is.
So that would be a 26.
26. Okay. 26 does beat his Fortitude DC, so you do give him grabbed as well.
All right, and then I'll flurry of blows.
Blam blam.
They're just embracing.
Miss, unfortunately.
Oof.
Unfortunate.
So he would take 4 damage from the grapple, though.
Ah, thank you. You will take 4 damage.
We're just holding hands.
Yeah, you reach out to grapple each other at the same time as he runs up to you, and you just like do the super manly handshake, like just a big clap and like flex. You just got each other locked. Was Flurry of Blows 2 actions? So that's all of them, or is it?
Flurry of blows is 1 action, so I'm trying to figure out what to do with my
Fair enough.
additional action. If it's like a 4th, if it's technically a 4th attack, is there like a additional penalty,
no.
or is it just the same?
It caps out at the -10. Yeah,
All right, so I'll do another attack.
I believe it does at least. That would be really annoying if it went further. Let's say for now it caps out because I think it does.
Yeah, what does Flurry of Blows say? Because that would probably have something to say about it.
Flurry of blows just says make 2 unarmed strikes. If they both hit the same creature, combine their damages for the purposes of resistances and weaknesses.
Yes. Apply your
And you can
multi-attack
only hit
penalty.
once per turn.
Yep.
So should the second Flurry of Blows have a -10 penalty to it?
It did. Yeah.
Yeah, it says apply your multiple attack penalty to the strikes normally.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, I missed the
Yes.
4th strike, but so that's my turn.
Okay. Yeah. For excuse me, anything after 3rd, it does cap out at the penalty. So. Excuse me. All right. It's not looking good for y'all. Ella, you are surrounded by Doge. What do you want to do?
All right.
One of them is very wounded. If you want to take one out of the fight, potentially.
I think the play is Elemental Blast.
All right. Get him.
I would also say if there's a way to heal Shay. Shay is very good at healing.
Yeah. Elemental Blast. It's 1 action. And I have fatigued, so I'm still -1.
Yes, that should auto apply.
I don't see it auto applying, but it could be because I was hovering Nocti.
Oh, maybe.
Nope, it doesn't appear to be applying.
That's fine. Just go ahead and do it, and we can.
Okay.
I need to type it in for a -1.
21 to hit.
21 to hit. Does hit, even with fatigue. Oh, it actually isn't attack rolls. It's AC and saving throws, so it wouldn't apply anyways.
Oh, cool. 2 electricity damage.
Boom!
Oh, heck yeah.
It had 1 HP left.
Really?
Yes. You were so close, Ogden.
Oh.
I mean, it clearly wasn't happy with me because it did 44 damage.
Okay.
True.
I think this is the best bet that I've got. It doesn't help anyone yet, but I'm going to make a 2-action Elemental Blast against the other one.
Alright, multi-attack penalty -5.
Yep. Critical
Ooh.
miss. That's
Critical miss.
okay. I didn't need to hit it to get what I wanted.
Ooh. He's gaming.
And that's all my actions.
All right, so you moved closer to Ashay. Ogden, you get a recovery check, or whatever it's called. Nice. Your dying value gets reduced by 1. You gain wounded 1, but you are otherwise stable, I believe. I think that's how it works, right?
Yeah, you don't heal any HP, right? You just stay at 0.
Yeah, I'm looking that up right now. I don't think I think you remain unconscious at 0, but yeah, so you can your dying value can be reduced or increased depending on the roll. Dying. You lose the condition by succeeding at a recovery check and are still at 0 HP. Yes, so you remain unconscious, but you eventually wake up as at a time determined by the GM. So yeah, with a minimum of 10 minutes. So you're unconscious for at least 10 minutes, maybe a few hours, depending on how mean I'm feeling.
Okay.
But yes, you are stable at 0 hit points, and you don't have to continue rolling recovery checks in your turns. It is the Hellhound's turn. And, you know, Ayla just tried to blast it and failed, so it is going to make a strike. Ayla, that is a 30. That might be a crit.
That's absolutely a crit.
Oh, God.
I don't have my cloak on.
Oh, God. Well, at least you have a lot of constitution. That is 30 points of damage as well. 30 damage, 30 attack.
Okay. We take this.
You take those? Yeah, you're still up. It's not 44, right? So, like Ogden took.
I mean, the 44 would cleanly one-shot me. However...
15 to hit?
That'll miss.
Alright, third attack with a big penalty, 6 to hit. Okay. They got one big hit on you, one crit. You're still standing. It's just chomping. Since you're just in range and it didn't have to move anywhere, it had full ability to just go wild. Ashay, I don't believe anything happens on your turn because you're unconscious. I apologize. But it is the Bugbear's turn, and it has... What was that, sorry?
Oh, I said that's fine.
Okay. Thank you for your patience. Bugbear's turn. It has Jib locked in a grab battle. It is going to use its free hand to pull out its sword. One action. Second action, attack. 25 to hit Jib. That's a normal hit. For, wow, minimum damage. Once again, 8 points of damage.
Nice.
It'll strike again with multi-attack penalty, 16 to hit. I believe that's a miss.
16 is my AC.
But is your AC? Okay, probably thanks to grabbed. So that does normal damage. There we go, 14 points of damage. And then it is your turn.
All right. I am going to... He is off guard, technically, right? Yeah.
Yes.
All right, flurry of blows. Damn. I'm rolling so bad.
Unfortunate.
Oh, wait, we have hero points, right?
Yes.
I am going to use my hero point on that.
Okay, sounds good.
So I just roll again, right?
Yes, I can't remember if you have to announce it beforehand, but we always forget hero points, so I'll allow it. That works.
Okay.
I think it's more fun if you get to choose afterwards anyways.
Nice.
Okay, that is a hit, absolutely. Oops, there we go. Full damage.
All right, second attack.
Unfortunately, a miss.
Second action. I will attack again.
Go for it. Might as well just keep rolling. You might get very lucky. Not lucky enough so far.
And then, what does it take to break out of a grab?
I think there's an escape action. You roll your weapon attack, basically an unarmed attack, actually. But it does have the. Yes.
No, I was going to say there are feats that make it better. So if you have one of those,
That's fair. Might be worth checking. But if you don't have a feat, you roll your unarmed attack modifier. You can roll acrobatics or athletics instead if you choose, but it still has the attack trait, so it still gets your -10 penalty.
I gotcha. So no matter what I do, it has a -10 penalty.
Yes.
Okay. I will attempt to make an athletics check with a -10.
Alright. So it'd be against, I believe, his athletics DC, not fortitude DC. So 10 plus his athletics bonus, which is lower actually, so that's probably good.
Actually, let me think here. Yeah, no, I gotta do it. Let's do it. I could just roll good. Let's see. I'm just gonna do a d20 plus 1. That's what it would be.
Yeah, makes sense. Whew,
Okay.
that is enough. You break free.
Let's go.
You're not grabbed.
All right, that's
Very
my
lucky.
turn.
Very, very lucky. He has high athletics too. So you break out of his grab, but you still have him grabbed. Ayala, you're up. Let's see your plan.
Okay. It's not a good plan. Okay. Targeting my wand of heal, I would like to attempt to trick magic item.
Oh god, okay. Good luck. Fingers crossed.
hero point, hero point.
This is a gamble, and yes, you do have a hero point.
Yeah, do I want to use it though? I should. I'll use it.
Right, so you get to
hold on.
roll with
I gotta
advantage.
find- Yes.
I think that's how hero points get used. I don't think we just so infrequently use them. Oh, you can re-roll after you see it, so you can wait
Oh.
first. Yes,
Okay,
so
I'm
we
gonna
did use
wait.
it. We did use it correctly earlier.
Nice.
And because it's heal, nature, eyes,
Yes, that works. That's a primal spell.
11.
Ooh, I believe the level 1 level-based DC is 15.
Well, good thing I have a hero point.
Level-based DCs for a first level
26.
spell is 15. Yeah, hey, there you go. That's a crit, absolutely.
Okay. Do crits do anything?
I don't think so.
I
Yeah,
thought it was double healing.
this
or
is
no.
just
Okay.
trick the item.
And then I will spend my next 2 actions casting heal on Ashay.
Alrighty.
So let's see. 1d8 plus 8.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. 15 points of healing.
Very nice. Shay wakes up with a sudden rush of energy.
Ashay, help, please do something.
Don't forget to expend that charge.
I won't, but also, just in case, 24. Nice.
Nice. Shay is woke.
Use. There we go. Oh, wait, I can do it through the item. Cool.
Yeah. Nice. That makes
I
it
don't
easier.
have to do it the janky way. Sick.
Ogden, nothing happens because you're unconscious. Lamau. Thank you for your patience. Hellhound, number 1, because it's the only one remaining, gets its breath weapon back. Whoa.
Oh, fuck. It should use it on me, so it also hits the bugbear. I don't know if that's how that works.
I mean... Well, I could be really
sadly,
evil
it
with
can
this.
hit 2 of you.
It's going to go up here. And it says in its personality sheet for this encounter, it attempts to use its breath weapon as often as possible and on as many characters as possible. So it is going to
am I going
place a breath
unconscious?
weapon right here. I'm terribly sorry, Ashay. So everybody, so Jib, Ayla, and Ashay need reflex saves.
What's the DC?
Unannounced. I will tell you the results.
Higher than 11.
I passed on a 22
Excellent.
when I did pass.
Okay. Everyone failed. So y'all take full damage.
Woo.
That is 12 points of fire damage. It was a lowish
Oh,
roll
that's
for what it
fine.
could have been.
Jib is not looking good.
You're all still standing. It was rough. That was 2 of its actions to move up and breath weapon, and now it doesn't get the breath weapon for a few more turns. And then it is going to move over to flank Jib.
Oh, of course it is.
Yes, because
Can
it's... Yes.
cast spells while prone?
I believe so.
Cool.
I don't think the prone condition... let me just look at the condition. You're off guard. You can only crawl or stand for move actions. Doesn't say anything about spells. I think you're fine.
Alright.
It is now your turn, speaking of.
Yep. I'm gonna use a 3-action level 2 heal.
Alright.
So there we go. Okay. Can I do I have to choose would that heal everyone around me? Let's see.
It will heal allies and enemies, yes. It is all living and undead creatures in the burst. So if there's undead around you, it would actually hurt them passively, but yeah. Not undeads, so these guys will get healed. It would get Nocti and Ogden back up, which is huge.
What do you guys think?
I think that they're not really that injured anyway. I think the benefits are good and the drawbacks are like whatever comparatively.
Alright. She wakes up to a burst of healing magic, sustaining her, and just unleashes even more healing magic. Let's go.
Oops.
Oh no.
Can I use a hero point on that?
Heightened, is it heightened to 2d8? Is it normally 2d8 or is it, yeah,
It's heightened.
heightened, okay, so it is 1d8 and then heightened becomes 2d8. Ooh, I think hero points are only for checks. Hero points. You can reroll a check. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that does wake a couple people up though, to be fair.
And it only gives the enemies 3 health each.
True. Alright, so everybody can heal up. A few people will become no longer unconscious. You have turned the tide of numbers back in your favor at the very least. And maybe everyone can start spending actions to chuck potions. Because you have a
Oh,
bunch
yeah.
of those. All right, that was 3 actions, so you should still be prone, and it is Bugbear turn. Bugbear is going to spend his first action to grab at Jib. So athletics versus your fortitude. I'm pretty sure 21 beats whatever fortitude you've got. So you're grabbed again. Then he's going to longsword strike with his other hand at a multi-tag penalty. That is a 19 to hit, Jib.
That'll hit.
Ooh, all right. 13
You
points
took
of damage.
healing, right?
The 3 healing.
Yeah.
How much damage did you say?
13.
I am down.
All right. He stabs into you with the sword, pulls the sword out, and also drops you. Well, he does. And then he will take a stride up to Ayala menacingly, but won't actually attack because he's out of actions. And Ayala, it's your turn.
I'm still on the page for Horizon Thundersphere, right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, I want a trick magic item again.
Okay, sounds good. Hold on, where is the...
Did it not roll? I thought it rolled. It should have rolled. It said it was gonna roll. Oh wait, 25.
25. Oh, is that for the trick magic item? Yes, that is a success. Oh, it even gives you the DC right on the thing. That's nice.
Yeah. It only took me 19 weeks to figure it out.
Nice. Where is dying? There we go, for Jib. I guess Jib is dying because unconscious. Okay. So, what does it do? I don't know the spell.
Cool. You gather magical energy into your palm, forming a concentrated ball of energy that crackles, possibly distant thunder. You make a spell attack against your C. On success, you deal 3d6 electricity damage. On critical success, the target takes double and is dazzled for 1 round. And the number of actions you spend on the spell determines the range. And
So you did 1 action for trick magic item. So 2 actions.
So I can use 2 actions.
Okay. Alright. So it's an attack roll, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Uh,
Oh, and this guy's no longer grabbed because Jib is unconscious. Slightly higher AC.
50% chance it misses too. So 19 to hit.
That is a hit.
Hell yeah. For 9 electricity damage,
Alright.
which could absolutely be better, but it is damage.
It is
so-
damage. That's true. It's the most damage this guy's taken so far, I think. We're pretty close to it. Oh well, he got healed up some, so it's actually it was more. Okay, so that's your turn. Ogden, you're up.
That's my turn.
All right. So if I have potions on my belt, is it an action to chug one?
Yes, if they're already on your belt, it would just be an action to chug. Because your weapons
Okay,
are already
so I
dropped,
can-
so you're good.
I can theoretically just chug 3 potions while I'm on the ground.
I think. Wait a minute. I think it's if it's on your belt, it's an action to take it out, an action to drink it. If I'm remembering correctly.
Okay.
Interact to take something out, just like a weapon that's stowed, right? Because it's 2 actions from your backpack. I remember that. So, yeah, action to take it out, action to drink it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna drink a lesser healing potion,
All right.
and there's 2 actions.
All right.
I'm a little more healthy, and I'm going to.
When Nocti gets some.
Alright, I think I'm gonna pick up one of my swords.
Okay.
Oh, so I'll drop that one, but I'll have one picked up.
All right. So you grab
that's my
the flame
Smoking
blade,
sword.
smoking sword. Thank you. And the Hellhound turn. The Hellhound no longer has a Jib to fight, so it is going to move down into flanking with Ayla and make a chomp.
Hi, Curl World.
17 to hit. With flanking, your AC is reduced by 2, so I assume that's a hit.
Yep.
That is 11 points of damage.
I am unconscious.
Alright. He is going to chomp Nocti. Critical miss. Natural 1. Nocti lives. Ashay, you're up.
Alright. Let's try this again.
Alright. So if it's luckier, let's go.
Oh, and my impulse shuts off when I get knocked down.
Ah, fair. Oh, I believe as well Ogden should be wounded too, because you went down to a crit. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. No, wait. It's whenever you... No, you would have been dying too, but the wounded condition doesn't matter for that. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I'm getting lost in the sauce.
So should I still be dying 1 then?
No, you're good. Because you got healed, either way.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
10 points of healing for everybody.
Including the enemies, but it gets everybody up.
Yes. So everybody
Hey,
can
Nocti's back up to half health.
let that themselves. There you go. Jib, you are awake, but you are prone.
Oh, Ayala, heal yourself, please.
Oh, yes.
Is it
Wait,
one action? Is it one action to get up from prone?
Yes.
Okay.
You are wounded. Yeah, there we go. Jib is also wounded. Everybody's wounded. You all been down once.
I will. I'm going to flurry of blows.
That's a
Nice.
hit. And he is flanked,
Oh,
so
and
it
it's
was
flanked.
yeah. Nice. You pretty much offset all the healing already.
Swing again. Not so good. And then I will make a third attack.
That is a hit, thanks to flanking.
Oh my goodness, let's go. And
How often
as
do
I
you...
just read just now,
Yes.
this attack has the forceful trait. So when you attack with it more than once on your turn, the second attack gains a circumstance bonus equal to the number of weapon damage dice, and each subsequent attack gains a circumstance bonus equal to double the number of weapon damage dice.
Ah,
It
very cool.
gets an additional +2 damage.
nice. That's very cool. That's extra cool with how many attacks you do as a monk, so it just really stacks up. Very cool. All right.
7 damage.
7 damage.
I
Boom.
like that minimum roll.
Minimum roll. Still good. You got him badly injured now. Anything else, Jib?
That is my turn.
All right. This Bugbear Marauder may be... Why can't I find... What? Oh, there we go. He may have some ideas of teamwork, right? But he has his own priorities here. And Jib just hurt him quite a lot. And Jib is also very big monkey right now. So he's going to turn, and even though he has Ayla flanked, he's not quite tactically smart enough to do that. He's just going to attack at Jib, the biggest threat at the moment. But first he's going to try and grab you, because that's what he does. Athletics. 24, you are grabbed. And then he will swing with the sword. The multi-attack penalty because of the grab. 13 is a miss, I believe, even with flat-footed.
Yeah, that is nice.
All right. And then he's going to try again because, he might get lucky. He rolled a 13 again. So he managed to grab you. He did not. He is the hug bear. Yes, thank you, Lou. But he did not actually hurt you. So, Ogden, your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm going to stand up, so I'm no longer prone. How do I? Oh, there it is. I'm going to retrieve my other weapon and fuck. That's my turn.
Okay, you yoink the weapon. You walked up. Very good. Ayala, is your turn.
Alright. So this Hellhound is already off guard, right? Because it's flanked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You are prone at the moment, though, but yes.
Yeah, but there's no point in cat support benefiting.
Right. Yeah, you are at a penalty to attack rolls while prone, but otherwise, other stuff are fine.
In that case, I'll take my first action to stand up.
Arise. Unprone.
Unprone. Flanking is pretty cool. We're gonna target the flanked one.
Yeah.
And I would like to channel my elements again. Yoink.
Good.
And I would also, as a part of that action, like to elemental blast.
Hell yeah.
19 to hit.
Against the Hellhound is a hit, yes.
Yes. For 3 electricity.
That.
Yeah, I'll do it again. Why not? 24 to hit.
Crit. Natural 20.
10
Oh,
electricity damage.
boom. Nice.
Lightning sword goes burr.
All right. Was that all actions?
Yes.
Yes, I can. Good point. Boop. I think the Bane emanation is still up, which, I guess both these guys should be banned because they're back in the area. Now that I think about it.
Well, they'd have to roll a save.
Yes. Let me go ahead and roll that now.
Wait, if it has the concentrate, does it drop when I fall unconscious?
I think you didn't. Yes, not because you're unconscious necessarily, but if you don't have a turn with which to take the sustain action or whatever.
Yes.
So it is gone. You're right. Okay, we didn't mess that up. All right, the emanations are gone. No more big headache green. Cool. Was that it for Ayla? I'm sorry. I think I asked that already. But...
Yes. Ayala is out of actions.
All right. Well, the Hellhound is coming in with a chomp. No, its breath weapon yet, but it does have a chomp.
Thank goodness.
That's a hit against Ayala. 23 to hit.
Yep.
For 16 points of damage. Chomp.
Ayala falls back over.
F. Unconscious, and you are now dying 2 because of your wounded condition. It is then going to spin around and take a chomp at Ogden with a multi-attack penalty. Miss. Yes, miss. Your AC is 20. Very good AC. And then you know what? It's fucking feral. It's gonna bite again. 15, another miss. Ashay's turn.
Alright, I am going to stand up. And then I'm going to do a 2-action heal
This truly is one of the
on
most.
Ayla.
This is one of the most D&D 5e combats we've had in Pathfinder so far.
Yeah.
Alright, 11 hit points for Ayla.
There we go.
Let me sleep.
Ayala loses dying, but becomes wounded too.
Alright, that's my
11 points of
turn.
healing. Okay. Actually, I believe it was clarified in the remaster. I believe you add your dying value to your wounded condition? Question mark.
Uh-oh.
Wounded condition, increase your wounded condition value by 1. If you no, it does not. Okay, never mind. We're good. So you're at wounded 2, which is bad.
Yes.
If you reach dying 4, you die. So if Ayala gets crit right now, Ayala is dead. So Ayala might want to retreat to safety potentially. But it's not your turn right now, so it'd be worse. All right, Jib, your turn.
Kill the bugbear.
That's the goal.
Murder.
Flurry of blows. Nice.
That is a hit. 9 more damage. Very good. Ooh, good try, good try.
Another attack.
Ooh, thanks to oh no, it was a miss. I mean, Foundry confused me with a very green indicator on something else, but it was not a hit. Okay. I was like, what? Wait a minute.
Alright, one more attack.
Oof.
No.
You tried. Swing, 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 swing. Just one solid hit lands, and then your turn is over. This is the bugbear's turn. And the bugbear is going to fucking run. Zoom. How fucking far can he go? Boom. He's almost off the map. As he just starts running away from you as you hit him, and he's like, he starts to look panicked. He starts looking back and forth like really, really shakily, and there's like blood running down the side of his head, and he just drops his weapons and runs. Ogden, your turn.
//
Absolutely. You're not grabbed anymore.
There's a 25 for 9 damage.
Boom. A little less
A
because of the fire.
26
But,
for 10 damage.
very good.
And then a miss.
Good try. Ayla! This hellhound is looking at you hungrily.
Okay. I'm gonna command Nocti to bite.
Chomp.
Um.
Chomp the chomper.
You see it. 24 to hit?
Hit.
6 damage.
It's near death. He does have one more action.
She's gonna do it again.
Absolutely.
21 to hit
That is a hit.
for 5 damage.
How does Nocti want to do this? Cat versus dog. Wind versus fire.
And just scratch it really aggressively.
What if we lean into the wind versus fire thing and like Chomp, it kind of gets reduced in heat, and then Nocti just blows it out like a candle, just like whoosh, like
Heck yeah.
uses the cat wind energy, and it just evaporates. And there is no more a hellhound, but there is still a fleeing bugbear. Does anyone give chase? It does not appear to be running away incredibly quickly. It's kind of slow and lumbering.
Oh, I would.
I am
book it.
going to. Yeah. Are we still in initiative?
Well, yeah, this is why I wanted to ask. I don't think we need initiative here, but I think we could use chase mechanics essentially, which are a little bit of a subsystem I haven't read a ton about. But essentially we switch to a bunch of skill checks every turn, like, but not an initiative, more like I ask you all what you're doing, and then I say what it's doing, and then we roll checks and see if you get progress on it and that kind of thing.
Can I just take my turn? Because I have a 60-foot range spell.
Yeah, if you got a 60-foot range spell, absolutely.
I'm going to take an action to stride.
Okay. This poor bugbear. I will say, as you stride up, like the bugbear will, as he's fleeing, turn around and say, please, I surrender, please, no, don't. But it's still your turn. It's still your action to do whatever you want. He is begging for his life as he runs.
Burn.
Well, he did try and kill us.
Yeah, he absolutely did. He is also surrendering. Alright, a spell attack of 25 does hit. Oh my god! Please, no!
Holy shit.
No! Lights up in fire, and just engulfed in flame, and like he falls to his knees and is just like immolating and clawing at himself and trying to stop, drop, and roll. And he eventually does stop moving.
I need to add a thing again.
You cooked him.
Curse level 1. Can you help me with that?
Yes. Probably. Mystery Ash. Effect Curse Ash. There we go.
Cool.
Yes, he did
This
get
is why
cooked.
I don't use the powerful spells too often.
Absolutely.
Oh, didn't mean to take it off. What do I...
I
sorry.
can again, it's fine. So if you open up your Ash feature on your class features, about halfway down it, there is an effect, Curse of Creeping Ashes. You can just click and drag back onto your character sheet.
Okay,
And it'll,
I see.
Yep. All good, but I have added it for you.
Alright, so I am even less constitution than usual. And I can't move as fast.
Classic.
All right, I would definitely go and try to search the bugbear to see if he had any sort of like note or anything. I know he was pretty well charred, but if he had some...
Here, bring a torch. Seeing is helpful, and I'll
Yes.
hand over a torch from my backpack.
Oh, I can hold my...
Yeah.
What did you do with it? Is it the Everlight crystal?
It should be... It was like a ever-burning torch. I put it in your... Oh, weird. It does say Everlight Crystal.
Well, didn't we find another one in the
So I think...
fishing hut?
Yeah, technically, nobody took it. It was left on the wall. I asked if anyone took it, and like there was a long, awkward silence, and we just left it on the wall. So somebody could go take it, but
it's in storage.
I believe the item you picked up was originally an Everlight Crystal like in the mechanics, and then they reflavored it as a torch, and that's why it turned into that. But yes, that is your torch. It just got renamed, I guess, for some reason. Weird. I don't know. Well, I can rename it back to a torch later, but or you can do it yourself. But yes, that is what your torch was supposed to be.
Okay. In the meantime, I am going to go around treating wounds.
I would like to also treat wounds.
All right.
I would definitely.
Natural ingredients.
Ogden wanted to search the body, so give me a perception check, Ogden.
Perception.
All right, I'll take
Is-
Jib if you take Nocti.
And I assume
Sounds
that is
good.
secret.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, Jib, you lose your wounded conditions and you get 5 hit points.
Oops.
Thank you.
I can actually wait and do it for the whole hour. What is that?
It would double the total.
Okay. I think the priority is getting people not wounded. So
This
I would
is
go
fair.
up to Ogden and do another 10-minute one.
When you finish your rest, you'll get your level times Constitution modifier too,
Yeah.
which can help patch up a little bit.
I mean, also, if you do spend the hour on Jib, I'm at 27 health right now, so I'm not the worst off.
Okay.
I assume I can get the circumstance bonus, right?
Yes, absolutely. You're out in nature.
Yeah, in that case, I'd spend the hour, and Jib, you get 10 hit points.
Okay.
25.
Is that in addition to the 5?
I think you just get 5 more, right?
Yeah, so it's 5 for. It's a total of 10. Yeah.
And that's a crit on Nocti, I believe, right?
Yes. Well, technically, I believe you set the DC, so as long as you set 15, that is a crit. You can kind of gamble with it, although you might need to be trained higher. But yes, you can set higher DCs. Like, say, I want to do a DC 20 treat wounds check, and it'll be more healing if you succeed and that kind of thing. But
16 points of healing for Nocti in 10 minutes. And Nocti's full health.
all right. So in those 10 minutes, Ogden also did some searching, since Ogden was not being treated at the time, I believe.
Yep.
So in those 10 minutes, you did some searching. And, normally this is a secret check, but because it's fun, and also this was the only way I was going to give you something on this body. This body was absolutely scorched, but you rolled a natural 20 on your perception check.
Hell yeah.
This was the only way I was going to give you something on this charred piece of corpse. But you find perfectly preserved, tucked away under like a patch of bugbear fur, and inside like just underneath the right spot of his leather armor, so like it didn't quite get scorched, just the edges of it a little bit scorched. A piece of paper that was tucked away. A small scroll. Not like a magical scroll. It's not big enough. Like just a little one. Dust it off a little bit, get some of the ashes away from the edges. You unroll it. Bring it closer to somebody who's got a torch out. Maybe it's you. Maybe you have a torch.
I probably
And-
would have lit a torch and like stuck it in the ground.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. And I never remember where to find all of these things on these sheets because they're different on every sheet. Yes. What languages do you know?
I know, where are those on the front page, right? Orcish and Common.
Orcish and Common, all right. Party languages, there we go. So this does not appear to be a language you know. It looks very, it's very like scratchy and like it's weird. It's like very simple runes and quite a lot of them. You don't know exactly what to make of it, but it's not something you recognize. It looks kind of similar to Orcish, maybe, but you can't quite make it out.
All right, I would ask other people, probably pick up the torch and kind of walk around and show each person a glimpse of it. And it's like, do you recognize this writing?
You pass around the party a little bit, and eventually you bring it over to Jib, who's being patched up. And Jib, this is goblin writing on this piece of paper. So you do know this.
Oh yeah, I can read this.
Jib, this piece of paper appears to be a contract, which is maybe a little bit strange for goblin writing, but it is written in very, very formal language, which is weird for like what you would normally expect from goblins, but again, a contract. And it appears to be a contract of work, indicating that the receiver of the contract will, quote, wreck the flume, unquote. Payment will be received half on starting, which was going to be 200 gold pieces, and half on finishing the job, 200 gold pieces. This is a pretty hefty sum for a task like this. It also says in the contract 2 hellhounds will be provided to make the job easier, and a whole bunch of other like little details about timelines and so on and so forth, right? And it appears that whoever this bugbear was already overdue on this task. It was supposed to be completed a few days ago, but he's been having trouble getting the fires to stick to the flume. Maybe it was too wet for the fires to really do too much damage. The contract...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just the one final detail. The contract is signed Leadbuster Lads.
First thing he says when he starts reading it is just,
Why is it so fancy?
Excellent.
and then he just kind of slowly reads through all of it, and then he says,
Some guy named Leadbuster Lads decided to hire this bugbear to, I guess, destroy the flume, but he's gonna pay him like 400 gold and gave him these 2 hellhounds to do it.
I'm gonna try and roll. Was it society to remember stuff about the Colosseum? Because that sounds like
Yeah, sure.
a team name.
You can recall knowledge on that name. Society
It
works.
is society, right? Yeah. That's not a good roll, but
Is there any chance I could recall Lore Underworld?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna do the same society check that Ogden was if he mentions, like, does any musing out loud.
All right.
and I probably would, because we delivered those. I forget what they were, but they're basically like the ticket things to the guy at the Giant's Wheel,
Makes
or
sense.
trophies.
Unfortunately, none of you can recall anything about this name. It does sound a little weird. Maybe, I mean, it sounds, like you said, maybe like a group, right? Leadbuster Lads. Leadbuster kind of sounds, you know, maybe they're from the underworld, like Ayla would have guessed. Maybe Buster is all about busting heads in the arena. You're not really sure. Some sort of group of somebody hired this bugbear. You don't have any other details, unfortunately. And I think, unless anyone has any last minute thoughts on that, we are at 9 p.m.
I mean, I would probably, between now and after the long rest, treat wounds until everyone's at full health.
Same.
That's fair. We can
Yeah, and I
hand wave that. Everybody can go ahead and hit the rest buttons and just heal yourself to full. We can hand wave that a little bit because you're all pretty good at healing at this point.
And I would probably-
Unwounded.
Yeah, remove your wounds. Yep.
I would probably mention to everyone that we might want to go talk to the gentleman at the Giant's Wheel. Maybe he knows something about the Leadbuster lads.
Someone's got to know something.
Yeah. Next bet would be Crook's Nook and Crow's Cask would probably be the next people to check in with. Just in terms of people, because lead is an element which might be up Magaloy's alley.
Be.
You know?
Oh yeah, I've had dealings with the Crooks Nooks, and they're rotten people. So they probably know something.
Yeah, you could ask for them too.
At least pay for information.
So, with everyone healed up, a rest completed, did you just camp out there in the woods where you already set up, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably we just go back to our camp and finish our rotation of watch.
Yes.
Ayala is in owl mode and she's not moving any fast.
Yeah, you can remove fatigue. It looks like you already did. That's good. 120 XP for the combat.
Ooh.
I forgore. That was an intense one.
At 557.
Yep.
We're
Well
over
done.
halfway to level 4.
Woo.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm glad you all survived. It was kind of touch and go there for a little bit, but thank you all for playing. We got through a very intense combat. You've got a lead to go on for next time, and so we'll pick up with that next week.
All right.
Thank you for running.
I should have just shut my mouth.